Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm now been MIA. I'm sorry, I had exams, I had work as well, so I just had to take time off, especially for my exams. But I'm back now and I'm back with full force. So today's video is going to be a tutorial, a pattern tutorial. So I'm going to be making a tube top bustier pattern, and it's so cute. As you can see from the thumbnail, it's so cute and I love how it fits on the body. And yeah, so I just decided to make this, and this Friday the next video that I'm going to post is going to be a dress with this tube top bustier. So make sure that you get ready for that. Yeah, so what you're going to need is that you're going to need your basic bodice patterns, and then you're also going to need your you're going to need that the front and the back panel. Then you're going to need your rulers, your scissors, and your tape rule, and last but not least, your marker. So yeah, so the first thing you want to do is that you want to get your measurements. As you can see, I have my measurements. If you don't have your full measurements, you can check my last video. Okay, not my last video, but one of my previous videos. I made an in-depth tutorial on how you can get your measurements yourself. Yeah, so I'm just showing you that you should make sure that your pattern is folded into two, and it should also be long. Well, it doesn't have to be long. I made mine long because I wanted to make it dress, but it depends on you if you want to stop at your waist, if you want to stop at your hip, or if you want to extend it a little bit. Yeah, but you see later on. So as you can see, I'm just tracing it out and just making sure that everything is set. Okay, so after that, then you're going to want to get your under bust measurements, which is your shoulder to your bust to your under bust. So my bust to my under bust, I'm just marking the point there, and then you're just going to mark it at each side of the pattern so that you'll be able to make a straight line with it. And then the next thing you want to do is that you want to get the middle point of your shoulder. So as you can see, you just have to measure that. So as you can see, I got 3.5. So the half of 3.5 is 1.75. So I'm just going to measure that and just mark that point right there. And then after that, you're going to see that I'm going to connect that point with the bust point, with the upper point on the bust line. Not the one lower, but the one on the bust line. So as you can see, I'm just using my straight ruler to just connect that line and connect those lines. So the next thing you want to do is that you want to get your your bust to your under bust. You want to get the measurements because that is basically your bust circumference. So you just measure from your bust, the measurement that you got from your bust to your under bust. Mine was 3.125. So as you can see, I'm just measuring 3.125 on that line, on that straight line, the line that we got when we connected the 2 points together. And then I'm just marking the point there. Then from there, I'm just going to measure my dart. So I want my dart to be 1 inch. I've realized that that's what works for me. Some do 2 inches, which is 1 inch on one side and 1 inch on another side, but that doesn't really work well for me because of the measurements of my body. So I just realized that that doesn't work well for me, so I just use 1 dart, like 1 inch for my darts. So as you can see, I'm just measuring that 1 inch there as well, just making sure that I get the 1 inch as well on my under bust. Just disregard the lines. You don't have to worry about the darts that we put while we traced the bodice out. So as you can see, I'm just making sure that I'm marking those lines with a red pen so that I don't mix it up. It should be 1 inch, do you understand? And then you just connect those lines as so. Just do it like that, and then you get your darts. So yeah, as you can see, I've already connected all my lines and everything is set. Then after that, what we want to do is that we want to get the neckline. So I didn't want it to be so low. I wanted it to be somehow straight. So I just measured 2.5 inches from my upper bust. Yeah, so I just measured that, and then I put the point, and then I connected it with the point of the darts there. As you can see, you can use your French curve, or you could use your hand to do it. It depends on you. Then I noticed that this line was going to be long, so I just decided to just bring out my French curve and just, you know, use it so that it's accurate. And then I did that. Then the next thing you want to do is that you want to add your 1 inch. You just want to add 1 inch to the armhole side, because you know we are going to take out that darts there, so we just want to make sure that, you know, there's space just in case. It's just better to have more space than to not have space. So just to be sure, we're just going to put that 1 inch, we're going to put it there, and then we're going to connect it to the waist line. Okay, so after that I just added like a seam allowance, although this doesn't really look that accurate, but I just added some allowance of like 0.25 inches. And then I just wanted to reiterate that I chose to use just 1 inch from all of the darts that I did. It depends on how big your bust is and how you want your bust points to protrude. So most people, the general measurements for darts are either 1 inch or 2 inches, which is either half an inch on one side and half an inch on the other side, or 1 inch on the other side and 1 inch on the other side. And I noticed that half an inch works better for me, because if I had used 1 inch on both sides, then it would have been too protruding, like, because I don't have protruding breasts. So if you know that your breasts are quite small, it's better for you to use half an inch on both sides rather than using the regular 1 inch on the other side and 1 inch on the other side. So yeah, I've just cut the pattern pieces out, and then we are done with the front panel. Yeah, so let's go on to the back panel. So I don't know if you can notice, but I was dancing because I was just so happy to, you know, be back and doing this. I really love doing this. So yeah, if you made it here, make sure that you leave a dancing emoji. Yeah, and then you could, you know, just drop a comment, a cute comment. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is, of course, we want to trace out the back pattern like we did with the front panel, and then we're going to mark 1 inch downwards from our armhole point, just to like make the neckline of the back just, you know, a little bit slanted, just to add, you know, a little bit of like, yeah. So that is it, and you don't really need to do much. That's all we really need to do, and then we just cut it out, and that is it for that. So as you can see, because of the length of my dress, I'm just making sure that I put that there. Of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, it depends on you. If you want your top to stop at the waist, you want it to stop at the hip, you want it to be a long dress, it depends on you. For the most part, darts are just like this. So yeah. So as you can see here, I'm just marking 1 inch for my zip allowance. I noticed that I did not add zip allowance, so I just wanted to add it and just make sure, you know, that it's there, it's done, that's all. Because I initially wanted to just, like, you know, make it like that and then just add the zip allowance as I cut, but that just doesn't make sense. Let me just, you know, since I forgot to do it, let me just do it the proper way and add zip allowance. So if you ever forget to add your zip allowance to the back panel, make sure that you do. Make sure that you retrace the pattern piece and add your zip allowance. Yes. All right. And yay, we are done with our pattern pieces. I hate when pattern pieces fold like this, but yeah, in order to just keep it, I like to put my size, because I just want to make sure that, you know, I know that it's for me. And then I put the dates just, you know, maybe for measurements, you know, purposes, because, you know, you could either add weights, because I added weights. I had to, you know, redo all of my pattern. So now I'm just, you know, pinning all the pieces together so that they do not, you know, misplace, and I know that I have all of them in one place all pinned together. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please and please subscribe, please like. Okay, it helps the algorithm to push my videos out more. See you next time. Bye.